problems in the past. A couple years ago, had some surgery there. That's
mound to Simple Man by Leonard Skinner.
I'll go for that. I like that. Might have been my
with Lance Brozdowski. And 0-2 on Gleyber Torres.
Angling more and more towards us.
Yeah, it's a hurting wind if you hit it to left. And now it's Kevin McGonigal. 281, the on base 391, and
bat. Look at that, Ty Cobb.
Over 920. The All-Star game in Philadelphia. Here comes the 2-2. 3-2 on the ground, but How you Lee, Dylan Dingler, then Riley Green and Spencer Torkel in his 6th season as the skipper of the Tigers. On the ground, base, and he got some help from the left-hander. Stands in, left on left. This guy, 32 years old. First by Derek Thomas. This is where Pete Crow Armstrong is really hitting lefties. Oh, down the right field line. Third, and he's got a triple. Puts that oven mitt on. Here's Seiya. Corners squeeze. Ball to strike, Valdez. As a team in weighted runs created plus. The 2-2.
Feels like somebody's driving a nail into the top of your foot. How productive they've been, the runs per game and all of that. What I love is in a bat line for the team, it's not.
Here's Bregman now.
There's a lot of room between that first and second baseman for a ground ball.
Season starts. A ball, look out.
Our fastball kind of snuck in on Alex Bregman as well.
So you know I've always advocated for baggy clothes. There, but fair. Here's Carson Kelly all loaded up.
Carson with a career high in RBIs a year ago.
Third, so they've gotten good solid production from the combo of them up here. 1 and 2. Improvement of PCA. Right side base hit. Hills Carson. Middle of the base hit. Kelly to second.
The Cubs have him right where they want him.
Climbing. Center field. Stopped for a moment.
You have to connect to begin with. They did that starting in day 1. Joy. Chicago Cub hit a home run for Happer last night.
But big fly last night, number 18.
And peek at that one.
Shallow. Charging in, and it falls. Pop left and makes the catch.
He knew what was going on with that wind. He saw it going down the right field line. It's going to get me.
Now for the Intelligence Center. Power.
That pitch down in the zone and put it in the air.
Into the plate.
All of the great things that have happened since that happened. You put a guy in the leadoff position who's a guy that can put himself in scoring position tonight.
Yeah. 3-2, 2 outs, all loaded up.
Look at this. A.J. Hinch making the walk to the mound in the first.
Chase Framber Valdez from the game.
On for.
More than double that amount of plate appearances to get to 50.
And he was the youngest in the big league. He was a young all-star, but he's always figured it out.
Ill loaded. Saya with a count 2-1. Madden. A couple of walks in this one. 3-1. He walks. Fly ball center field. Coming on Veerling. Makerson got himself some run support. Time now to send it downstairs.
It would allow him to plate his sinker more, get that sinker more over the zone.
Peterson threw a dozen pitches, then sat for 29 minutes. Kramer in baseball.
I did not know that.
The 1-2. Left field and off the wall. An hour. And now it's Riley Green, man, in scoring position.
Right now is getting out.
Man at second, nobody out. 6-0 Cubs in the second. The pitch. In the air out toward. Strikeout cancer. Roughly 241 Americans are diagnosed with cancer. Every single.
One of those statistics at one time about 18 years ago. Ball on the ground and all of that. But he goes, I really think the key to that is.
I fly.
One thing we don't always talk about with PCA is his arm strength and the respect that's a run saved by P. Crow Armstrong that he doesn't even get credit for.
2 down, man at second. Veerling at the plate.
Okay.
0-2. Cubs lead at 6-zip. Got 6. Ball out towards left side. Was going back now. Last night, looking to bounce back here this evening, and they have early. And
that sounds nice.
Gord. Madden deals.
The dirt and it's not blocked, then you might think about it. You got Rays and you got Devil Rays.
Set into foul grounds. That was something. One first baseman to another. Brozdowski. And he'll play it on a bounce. He will take the turn and he'll have
for the rest of this game.
Third, Bregman picks it up on the move.
Inning, and there he's doing his job.
Glaber tore in the air, pushing foul, and with that pink glove was able to grab it. Whoa! So Malgiri at second.
Play like that for Alcantara could possibly lead to some good offense for him when he.
The 1-1.
That's right.
The 2-1. Out. Good work by Peterson. We'll take a break.
I just can't tell you how excited I am to be with you. Fantastic. And you even have to put up with guys like Sutcliffe. You're pretty good.
Yeah,
I mean, what the heck? Loss,
that was a tough one, yeah.
Yes, it was. 84. You were the hope. I mean, you know, we put up. I got married in '69, so I go.
Well, the ballpark back then looked just like it does today.
Oh, just the exact same thing.
They did this with
They
ALS.
did this. Yes, they did. Yeah, and I'm showing up here so I can make you feel young.
How many? I do. I got a 13 and an 8-year-old that keep you moving. It's the best.
Anyway, let's see what's that. Maybe you're right.
And that's when all of a sudden a lot of guys take off.
How did it's here? But it's a let's see what we do on a base. And we're waiting for the pitch here.
So I might not be stealing base.
You know, sometimes I think they get it right with the 10-run slaughter rule, but until it plays in New Jersey, he's the favorite. I mean,
is he?
And this whole team is they play together as a team. And he's learning that you can't bat 1,000, and they pay pretty well when you bat 230.
Already at 50.
And he's taking a lot of pitches. He goes deep in the count, and you know, here we are again. A run out of this thing, and at least bring something to this third inning that.
And he's just not that way anymore.
No,
Well, let me ask you something, okay? If that ball, that's close to that ain't far.
And it kind of bounced off my hand. My legs. The single for and another.
Yes.
I just give these guys a lot of credit, but
whatever you want, bro.
I got to tell you, I don't think I'm going to see Suzuki hit a home run, but middle here and bring in another run and keep the line running.
You're going to have to throw. Oh no!
I don't.
No,
then
no.
everybody will think I did something. You know, the ability to take these walks. Is there a ranking on that? I mean,
that's number one.
Oh, they leading. It just means that the pitcher's got to be thinking about not throwing the ball.
Who did it? Did you buy
the three kid? No. I wouldn't do it much to watch me. If you wanted to, it's on TV. But seriously, he's
What's the 70s like?
Well, it's the 70s. Well, you're a young guy.
He'll find a kid to give it to.
He will.
You know that.
Kevin.
One batter.
Have you seen the Bananas?
No.
On TV or anything?
I think.
Well, you got the score right up top there.
And you know, let's see what the wind does. Okay. It's got a lot of visuals that we didn't even know existed. The game, as far as I'm concerned. Looks like it could. Okay. And not a great two, so it's that happens.
I make them every night.
I think you guys have fun. It's a good group. But
Craig.
Oh, who's Chelsea?
Chelsea on X. That's the old twin.
Make it not part of the family. There is no Chelsea in the family.
Yeah, that series.
You going?
No. Line to left.
The things they're working on is more consistency in his shapes. Peterson has unusually humerus bone in the bicep alongside the. Not necessarily the Cubs want to correct this. Hottovy just said it's a key in the open that he had labrum surgery on, so a bit of a connection between lower half and upper half.
90 guy at foot plant.
I have no clue. How you get there. Wait, when you're making contact. You got to be able to get the hip issue that he had a couple of years ago. His delivery in his lower.
So Lance, let me ask you this, and I know this is a challenge. More of those guys, or more of the higher walk rate.
I mean, of the delivery, we're outside 90.
Okay. Free thing. And the pitch.
And Anthony Rizzo. Career numbers compared to what Michael
pushes down on strikes. And
the defense.
Yeah, Michael's turned into this year. I said, how did you know? And he said it made a non-first base spot in the infield.
Heard that. I never heard that.
And so I think the place you'd have to start is defense.
Great defense.
Yeah.
Good offense. Not just infielders and infielders. It's about every
fly ball right.
But that's not what Craig Counsell's all about.
Vierling started
3 feet above average. Last season was 4 feet above average. This season, it's jumped up.
League outfield instructor for the Braves and the Cubs. He says to what PCA can do.
On the ground up the middle. And Horner had been around. He managed Lorenzo Cain, and then managed in the big leagues for a long time. Planet. He calls him the best defender on the planet.
That way, I mean, there's a lot to consider there, but
yeah,
I just thought, gotta give the guy a break. But it reminds me of Booth. It's we're done. We'll do the things that we need to do, but I will put somebody else out there the next day. Just kind of spread it around. It'd be a conversation that Craig and Jed they might have to have with some big game, and yet still he can relate to that 12-year-old. Wants PCA every day. He'll be there.
People are mad at him.
We've seen him out there. Keep it in mind that
chop to short. Clean it up back there, Nick. Michael Conforto is going to hit. Not a lot of walks, not a lot of strikeouts. Back on its way. He's been a really nice addition to this piece.
not done it one time this year.
And singled and knocked in a run.
Last night to lead off the game, Jack Flaherty facing Pete Armstrong, both graduates of Harvard West.
That's inside the game right there, isn't it?
Yes.
Great. When do you have too many runs to not run?
Up the middle, Torres bounce. Ends on the night. I think it depends on whether the wind's blowing out, blowing in, whether
pitcher's doing right now. It's not like you have left. Quit. You got to end it right there. Didn't happen.
Popped out. The 1-2.
Two things. I love him, and he will make everybody better.
Talking hitting, there's no question. Full flag down, Lee. And where was that played?
The first one we went back. Guess what? Sugar Creek got a dot on the map.
Love
it. Being honest, he might have been better than I was.
Here comes a 1-2. And sometimes it's the Cubs and the Cubs offense. Sometimes even when they're on night, he had an option to shut it on. Sam, congratulations ahead of time, my man Coleman.
You're turning into Vin Scully.
Well, have you ever seen Vince like 97 pitches and ends up getting through the whole story? Swanson, this guy's marquee bag there.
I think you know how much I'm feeling just sitting next to him.
Yeah, he had that vibe.
And we were in the upper deck. It didn't matter. It was a set. And I'm watching the game. He was playing the Boston Red Sox. The only hit was by Carl. I go, wow, man.
Nico hit that on the nose.
In town. I don't know. To the Chiefs. Everybody, they wanted to come to opening day and sit in the bleachers. On Sports Center starts it off with opening day. We're at Wrigley Field, double in the gap, and they show me with the biggest beer. That was a funny moment.
1-2 pitch to Dave. 9 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. 3-2, 9-0. Well, the last batter notwithstanding, strike.
That's only going to get better when they get Javi Baez back.
Yeah, 8 strike or 8 outs as an all-star. Up from the beginning of since then, it's been ugly. Heading Ray North.
Had 9 wins in 2025, as you said when he was in Oregon. You had an Oregon Duck and you had an Oregon State guy there. Speaking of 2, how about that ground ball? Could have chosen where he set that. That probably would have been.
That's it right there. Ellie save you? Who came up with that?
I think it was Alcantara picked that up, maybe.
Alcantara did. 3-2. Ball left field. Nationwide insurance agent. Visit jetboot.com. Pat from Craig Council. Motorola Razor replay.
Had a little trouble with that, didn't I?
Motorola
Razor replay.
There you go.
Hey, to be like you did with Peterson tonight.
Here, the kick, the pitch. Corner, Ted PCA.
They're looking at it, aren't they? Yeah. No.
Algieri hits it, PCA. No.
Huh? He did that on purpose. And 99 people just let it drop off the wall.
Erie back and makes the. I hate this. Yeah, if you're putting a position player in,
you don't want to end the game now. Nobody's left.
Oh no! If they could push a plunger to end the game right now, they both would.
Yeah, but one reason to get an RBI for their man, and you have
insurance. Drive, base hit, left field, score.
A couple of times where I mentioned his name earlier, it turning into the Doug just like this though, where it's just slow pitch softball.
Ethan Cooperson just told me that in 1984, in the entire,
it's probably been 10 already this year, right?
Up Gleyber Torres walks, triple and a single, knocked in a couple. Justin Dean takes over in center, and Pedro Ramirez.
There were a lot of concern, but nothing was said pregame. In case this situation came up, and it did.
And now it's Gleyber Torres, who is 0 for 3. Cubs.
Verlander breaking ball. Carson was right again. Anybody you would let go. This is overpowering. He's got a 4-pitch, 5-pitch mix. Little Cup tell he can start by the fact that he's pitching with the windup instead of out of his.
And Adam Ottavino and Buster Olney. Into 2 outs, payoff pitch. Fly ball, hat. Sure is Mr. Rogers. And his neighborhood has changed. To short, Lee gathers it in. And they're, for the folks out there, just in case you're wondering. And so, Nick Marth.
It went off his face.
Out towards left center field, via third, Ramirez into. Wonder if Jake Rogers had his own mitt or 2 pencil type color right there.
400 feet with no wind. He up 17 straight.
The eyes of Rick Sutcliffe will be upon.
Rotation, making some changes and adjustments with the back end of the bullpen. Jamison Tyone back and healthy after a bumpy, top of the for that road trip.
So I believe close to that auction for all of their health, and that's gone. Denver.
Wow. As a catcher can get.
James Outman now hoops it up. Passion possibilities. Let's fly it out, ground it out, and fly it out. Office. 3-1.
Used to be that way.
Oh my gosh.
Not now. None of them, they don't even want it. What about a great dramatic inning?
Well, the one thing with balls to be put in play, but holy cow.
How about the first time I ever saw it?
Bounce to second for
Really, really excited about him. I don't know what's going to happen.
From Pedro Ramirez after that play by
Oh.
3-2. Here comes Tommy Hotovy.
Is that what it is?
Yes, it is.
I don't know.